we are going to start today with our Java Bootcamp kickoff. And of course, first of all, let's try to know what is the agenda. We are going to talk a little bit what we are thinking about of the bootcamp, an overview, what's going to be the learning objectives, and try to go in a hands-on Q&A, dive a little bit into Java basics, and discuss, because that has to be something interactive. So don't be shy. We are looking for you to share your thoughts and also share how would like to learn, and we can discuss in the process. So why this bootcamp? The challenge, it's kind of complicated to learn new things. There is so many tutorials. There are so many different paths that you can go when you are learning Java. And it's like so much information that's even hard for us to find how we are going to do. And we are proposing a structured learning path, and we are going to follow JetBrain Academy, which is a partner with us. And you can go in your progression, and you can see from the beginning to advanced. It's flexible in a way that you can either be a beginner or mid-level or an advanced. That we are going to propose a flexible way that we are building this bootcamp with you. And it's not just we building for you, but with you, and doing all together in the best way that you can do it. The idea is to have like a hands-on coding in every session. And this is also, it will depend how we go from one to the other session. The structure is going to be self-paced learning. We are going to follow JetBrain Academy curriculum. So you can follow the content, you can see in your own speed, in your own velocity, the way you feel comfortable with. We can have community support. You're going to have mentors and co-hosts and peer learning, and we will be all here to support you. We can have like weekly set check-ins, will be driven by the community and can be on the Slack connected on the meetup. So that's also flexible. And yeah, getting a certificate once you complete the course, you perform your homework, and you can earn your recognition. What you will learn? So the challenge is that you can learn about Java syntax, programming fundamentals. You can cover oriented object programming concept, the basic stuff for looping, conditional, control flow, working with strings, arrays, and data structure. And you can also cover error handling, debugging. And I think the great topic here is like using AI tools to enhance your coding, but also speed up your learning process. So we plan also to share some tips on that, and building something completely from scratch, following best practice, clean code, production code. So that's is the plan. And the best or easier way that I found myself and most of the people that I work with is to improve your skills, exploring, doing real work, and developing in the process. The structure, then we are going to have the introduction. You can work in the IDE. So I'm following this instruction just for the basic. But if you are not a basic, you can go in the structure of in the mid-level, and that you can choose your path, right? And this, and because the mixture is that people are on the basic, and there are other in the mid-level. So this is just how we would go for joiners that are in the beginners, that are beginners. So you'll understand a bit Java, how to work in the IDE, data, variables, operators, control flow, and command line, introduction to oriented object, how to debug, and how to code the AI tools. Now I'm going to hand over to Sonali, and she's going to continue with the presentation. I'm stopping presenting, I guess, Sonali, or should I continue? Where is?
Yeah, I think if you can continue.
Okay.
presenting. Yeah. So, hello everyone. I think it was an amazing introduction from Zaina about the community, about why we are doing this boot camp. And next, please. So, this is just an introduction to Java. So, we are going to talk about why Java now. So, just to give you a bit of a what is Java and why we are talking about Java here. Uh, so if you already know the godfather of who developed Java, it is James Gosling. And Java was actually started back in 1995, and it was under Sun Microsystems, but now it is actually part of Oracle, which is again a huge a space where you know that Java language is backed by an amazing company like Oracle. So definitely it is worth learning. So why Java matters today? So if you think about, if you know most of these systems, the enterprise levels, they are actually run on Java. And why Java? Why people and enterprises choose Java? Because they have an amazing stability, security, and massive ecosystems and of libraries. Um, there is an amazing support and community of Java and how Java has evolved through the years as well. So it is definitely something you should spend and invest your time in learning in. And when I compare Java with other languages, I would like to highlight that while Python, C++ have like amazing benefits, Java sits like a Goldilocks zone where it offers the balance of performance, strict type safety, and an automatic memory management. If you know about GC collection, GC management, and all, so it is worth exploring Java. And I've been working in Java for 15 plus years, and I find that every time I am stuck on something, it is new. So it is an ocean. So you keep on learning. So how you can start? So you can start basic with your syntax. So JetBrains provide you with these amazing options. So when we go through this presentation, you will find that there are multiple ways you can level up. You can learn through various courses and options available on the academy. That will cover the basic syntax, as I mentioned, the variables, data types, basic operations. And if you are someone who is well versed and know the basics, you can actually go and learn some of the harder topics, or you can work on frameworks, combine your learning with Spring, as an example. So there are a lot more content and a very like a theory and practical courses and exercises option available. So basically, I would suggest that start with your first Java program. So someone who is absolute beginner, doesn't know, it is something that uh, I think it has, the world is changing. Little ones and everyone would need to learn coding in future for sure. So for sure, you can start with your first basic Java program. In the next slides, I would just go through at high level how you can set up your JetBrains Academy setup. Um, yeah, so you can go through the you can go to the jetbrains.com IDE. So there is multiple ways you can learn. Once you there is one way you can install the IDE locally. So IDE, a lot of engineers would know, is a playground where you can actually write code, run your code, and JetBrains has pioneered in the in now in the current era of as a leading IDE provider. That's why they have multiple versions of IDE, like a community version and an enterprise versions as well. So for now, if you are just starting and learning, community version is good enough for you. So you can simply go to jetbrains.com, download your IDE. It supports all the operating systems, Windows, Mac, generally, and then you should have by default Java is already come installed in most of the operating systems. But if you still find that it is not available, first and very simple command is you can go and search on Google as well, Java / version. It can tell you whether you have Java available on your operating system or not. If not, you can go and download as well. So this is how you can set up your IDE. Next, as once you have set up your IDE, there is an option. You can actually sync in your IDE with your account as well. What leverages, what benefits you get, you can actually get access to the Academy, JetBrains Academy content. You can link that content in your IDE automatically. And then you can, I think it's pretty standard nowadays that how you can sign in. You can either create your account or you can actually go a federated account via email, any provider like Google, or there are multiple ways you can actually federate your authentication as well. So once you are in there, then you are ready to go and you can access the courses. Okay, what you will earn from this. So you will be certified with JetBrains Academy certificate. So once you complete all your modules of your selected course, then you will have the opportunity that you'll avail the certificate that will be provided to you at the end of the course. And I think there is a question about how many modules are there. It depends on you, what level you are on and what course do you choose. So if you're a very basic learner, you're a beginner, there are not very many of the of modules. You can select and you can complete probably less than in, again, it depends how much time you can give and how much exercises you can understand. At the same time, when I say that, you have this amazing community, and Slack channel is our go-to place where we are going to talk a lot, and you can share if you have any concerns. This is a lot of a community driven, so all of us can come together, help each other, drive questions. If you, we will anyways be there to help you and support you through these courses. From WCC perspective, we can actually have, you can actually participate in weekly discussions, and once you will do the homeworks of exercises on your time and submit your final project. Again, the project can be anything that you like. It can be some of the ideas that we have explored and shared with you on our repository, which I'll share in the end of this session. And then you will get a certificate from WCC. Okay, I just wanted to highlight that there are some common mistakes that you can avoid when you are learning. So if you think skipping syntax is fun, no, I would say they are critical and you should learn your syntax right. And it's all about syntax in Java, but you can learn as you practice. I really think that practice is your go-to thing. The more you practice, the more hands-on courses or your own project, if you start early, you don't have to think about it. OOPS concepts. So JetBrains Academy has given a good content, written content, and some amazing examples where you can grasp these OOPS concepts. So try to leverage that. Don't leave it till the end that, oh, I know and I can understand. Try to implement, try to think in a different way. These are other stuff that I'm not going to go in all the details, but you can have a look on this slide as well. So this is something just for you to have a check in your brain. Next. So as I said that you are not alone. We have our Slack channel, Java Bootcamp. I think we have shared that link on the chat as well. As I mentioned, and Adriana and Zaina also mentioned that me and Adriana would be available for you every session. And we will be available on the Slack channel, and all of you, I'm hoping all of you join there and support each other. We would have enthusiastic mentors as well. They would be really happy to help as well. So this is an amazing opportunity to create a space where you can learn. We all can learn together, and I think I will be learning as well. So over to you, Adriana, now. Mute. You're on mute.
Okay. Yay, too many screens effect. Okay, guys, girls, and everybody. I guess there are many questions how we are going to structure the course, how that's going to work. And the answer is it's up to you, right? We are here to support you in the way you wanted to lead. And of course, we are not going to be here every week for 1 hour talking about how to create arrays, how to implement a list. No, we want you to come with problems or questions or challenges, and we are going to help you. But let's start from JetBrain Academy. All of these courses, if you go into the JetBrain Academy, they are free. You can just use it. We are not inventing anything here. It's there, supported, given by JetBrains Academy. There are many formats where you can use hyperskill, you can do an in ID learning, and university, I think there is none for Java, and you can see, depending of your level, which one you would like to choose. So depending of what you are looking for, from a beginner to an advanced, you can choose your path, okay? Now, if you look in all the formats, or the one that we are recommending here, we are going to follow hyperskills courses. And here, when you see there are many difference. They have a partnership with the JetBrains Academy, and they are supported. And you can see here more than 5,000 of people already did. You can learn, you can earn the certificate from them, and you can follow and see the content from each one that you are interested. So spend some time, review the courses, see what would fit for you best. We plan to recommend 2 paths depending on their level. The first one is the introduction to Java. You are a beginner, you know nothing about Java, or you needed to refresh some concepts about Java, that's your course to start. So here, for every course, you can see what are the concepts that you are going to use, what you are going to learn, and we plan to follow these or recommend this for you. What is the course program? So we are going to have introduction to Java, how long should it take, work with the IDE. So you see all the details and you can navigate the course as you like, okay? If you want the JetBrains or the hyperskill certificate, you needed to follow the sessions, and you needed to implement the exercise, and you can complete and get the certificate, okay? So you can see all of the details here, and if you want, go to, let's just talk a little bit about the other one, and I will diving into this. For the Java developer one, you see here, don't be scared, but this is the average time that they are saying to complete this course. So in this case, it's not that you are going to take that long to do. Also, you don't need to do all of that. So it's up to you, and depending which way or what you are looking for, okay? So in this one, it covers all the basics that you have it in here, plus more advanced and more complex topics. For example, here, There are 45 sections, and you can see in the course list all the topics that are to cover. So OOP, so you can see files, you can see coding with AIs, and you can implement hash, reflection, design patterns. It's a very complete course. And if you are already have some knowledge in Java and you want, okay, I don't know much about synchronization or about thread, you can go there, explore, learn the content, and do in your pace in the way you would like to do. Okay, going into the introduction one, first, what you have to do, you select the course, okay? So you had to create your account. I already create mine, so that will be your first step, like sync your account of JetBrain Academy, or just create your account with Hyperskill. That simple thing. Then you just start the course, okay? And let's go, for example, into the first step, where is an introduction of Java. So you just go from here, start, there is the content, what is Java, why Java, and for every content, for every session, for every topic, there will be an explanation. So if you know nothing, or if you just need to refresh why Java, what's Java, why to use Java, then it will be here in all details what you needed to know. But if you already know something, you can just get started with practices. And in this case, there is an example how you are going to resolve the questions. They are similar to code, or you can skip the problem, or you can see what people are talking about that. So, okay, this is your Hello World Java application. So how do I do that, right? And in the introduction part, there was an example, what will be Java. So in this case, you can just, for example, go here. This is an array, then I needed to close, and then I needed to close the tag. Here, I needed to close, and also here. And you submit your answer. Okay, done. The course, of course, the course it's free, right? But there are more advanced premium version. Let's say you try to submit, and then for some reason you get failing. There's like lights that you can submit, or you can commit error for 7 times, and after some hours it's going to reset. But don't be stuck in here. Just continue, check some hints, check with the community, ask question into the channel to proceed. So this is one example how to submit your questions, or to see what other people are also saying, or if they like or not, okay? The good part in here is that you can skip a topic. For example, you can go back into the study plan, and here you can select a project if you want to pick one of the projects that Hyperskill offers you. You can try to build your learning into this project, for example. But if you wanted to see the content itself, okay, I don't know, wanted to do this right now, and I wanted to move to another topic, you can do that as well. So that's why we're saying this is up to you. How do you do? Ideally, of course, if you wanted to have the certificate, you have to follow all these steps for the beginner. And then once you finish, you submit everything, you get the certificate. But if you don't want to continue on here, you can continue as Sonali mentioned, with the bootcamp approach, where you can also make it flexible for you in this case. Okay, in the other course here, in the Java, I think what is interested here is that you can, this case, sorry, oh, this is the introduction one. I think that I move it. And you can start different courses if you want, because you can change, like, for example, I started with the introduction, or I finish, or I want to explore something. It's also fine. So I can start both courses at the same time. if you want. I don't recommend to start many at the same time, but you can just explore and see what are the options here. And yeah, so this is the other way that you can do. There is also a very interested option where you go here into JetBrain Academy that you can use in the IDE learning. Those courses are generated by external people, not specific JetBrain Academy. At least there, unfortunately, there is no specific one for Java beginners from JetBrain, so the content can be different, but it doesn't mean that's not good. You just is not going to get the certificate because they are just anyone, a teacher can come here and create their own they can create their own course. So for example, once you go to one of these courses, you can you can, in this case, you can go, for example, in this one, Java for Beginner. There is this integration with the idea where you can click it here. So you see all the contents. There will be some exercise. This is a very simple one. There is only 5 sections, but it's a good start to keep motivated to learn things and also to, to see the change, to debug the code and understand. Use the IDE or debug the codes, for me, was the best way to learn Java. And then, like, trying that, what this is going to do. I have installed the plugin, which is you're going to see here, and it can work also for the community or for the enterprise one, like for the enterprise JetBrain. You can, by the way, install the enterprise. You have 30 days free. You can use it. And okay, now you can go into the interact mode of the class. Like first thing, in I guess everybody already know for the new language is the hello world, right? So you can go here. This is the first exercise. There is some explanation what it is and how to do, and you can execute the code. You can see what's happening, and there is the integration with the content and the structure of the session that you can also follow that. And that's I think is the beauty of these options, because you can choose the best one for you. You go and follow the best course that meets your needs, right? And okay, here, for example, the first exercise is replace this from the answer and say, complete the code, print the follow message into the console, right? So how do you do that? And there is the thing, oh, I don't know how to do that. There are some hints, which looks like it's not working, but you can see, okay, how do I print things in Java? Then you can go here, you see, oh, okay, system out println, I do that. But now if I needed to print all of that, how do I do? And then you do that. Those are simple examples, but at least give you the experience, or give you, I think, a little bit more interactive way to do that instead of pressing buttons. But yeah, that's how you can think about, or even you can debug the code and see what's going on, which is also a good thing. But when you come back into the course itself, so it's really up to you. How would you like to do the you can see the content, and you can even, in this case, you can see what is the explanation, what is I think in the types of variables. In here you see, okay, what is a variable, what are the types of variable that I can have in Java, and there are examples of code where you can explore. So you can read the content if you needed to understand, and you can replicate them into your IDE, because it's the best way to learn doing, right? So you can just explore and start something and say name and done, and you can just see how it's done, right? Okay, now let me go back into here, and I think I will hand over to Sonali, and she will give a little bit of extra explanation. And if we have time, we can start setting up, and you can start exploring things for the session. Okay, I'm going to the presentation again. Okay, okay.
Perfect. Yeah, I think before we cover that, because there were a lot of questions around how they
Oh,
can actually do the bootcamp submission for WCC. So I would like to uh, share my screen.
go.
Mm.
Let me stop presenting.
So here you can see that we have set up under, if you, I've already shared the link. So we have a GitHub repository available for you under the Women Coding Community organization. This Java Bootcamp repository is where you can start. It has a lot of information already for you. So this is an introduction what we are doing, what this bootcamp is all about. Additional to the presentation and JetBrains Academy course, as we have seen through the slides in the session, you can actually submit your one of the projects. So just to let you know that for earning a certificate from WCC, it is important just so that we know that we all are learning. So you can just submit your basic minimalistic project or a very complex idea. It's all we are amazing humans and we have great ideas. But if you need any inspiration, so we have actually set it up this inspiration project ideas as well. We have tried to link it to community. So because it is easier for you to relate to some of the things that are going into the community, and it's very interesting as well. So why not use this opportunity to learn some basic Java and develop these projects? So you can go through all these ideas and choose anything you want, but we are not restricting you to choose only these. You can actually choose any of your own idea as well. And if you're a highly enthusiastic Java engineer, already experienced, and just want to, up your skills and work on a production ready project, you have that opportunity as well. We can talk about that in Slack channel, or you can actually see in here, I've linked to our platform project as well. So it is already a production grade project that we are running in this community. So if you are an experienced engineer and you would like to just go through, so you can see we have so much contribution. And I can say it from my heart that I've seen it growing organically so amazingly. We started with a blank repository and we have more than 20 plus APIs already. So come join us if you want to have that skill or just brush up your skills. Or if you're new and you want to start from groundwork, why not? Why not build this? So this README will guide you through how you can poke the repository, how you can actually participate. So as a participant, what you have to do, how do you need to submit your project? So all this is provided here. So just for a basic idea, I created this as well. So under participant, you can actually create your name and your project, and under your project, you can choose whatever you would like to submit to us. And at the end of 6 weeks, we would like to review this and we would like to award certificates to all the participants. So if you have any questions regarding this repository, please reach out to us on Slack. We would be really happy for you to answer all your questions. Going back to these slides, 1 minute. Okay. So before the next session, we would like you to enroll for the Introduction to Java or any course that you like to explore on JetBrains Academy. Uh, we want you to at least try out first 3 exercises so that you all know how it works, you are settled in, and then it becomes easier day by day. And then you have the opportunity. I would really encourage you to fork our repository. If you are new to tech, you will have, these are the basic skills that any enterprise to do how basic stuffs of Git, how you fork your repository, how you play around with your branches. So again, a great opportunity to do that as well. Join a Slack, ask questions as many as you can, share your progress and challenges. For session 2, we would aim that we will help you if answer any questions, if you have any issues setting up your IntelliJ, any IntelliJ ID shortcuts and navigations, and some debugging basics. Next, we would also talk about Git integrations, and if you have time, we would like to explore some of AI integration of using. But I will not go that route if I'm learning Java in an AI world. Next sessions we aim next Thursday at 8 p.m. UK time or 8 p.m. UK time. And so these are some of the important links. We will be sharing these slides with you anyway. So if you have anything that's not in here, but you would like to ask, as I said, you can join us Slack, or you can ask questions on the chat as well.
Okay, I guess people will have many questions now. Yeah, the idea, maybe if you can stop sharing now, Sonali, and I guess we can go more on the questions. And if you want to start, for the one that doesn't have a question, you can get started with your chain or with the setup. But to confirm with you, the idea is that we are going to have like a 6-week boot camp, and some of the sessions, depending of your engagement, let's say like this, right? We will be doing on the weekly base if you are coming on a weekly base, and if you're having questions, if you have a need. So we are going to be here to support you and to help you to the challenge or the questions. And if you see that you are progressing, we can do pair programmings, and we can just solve things together. That's the idea. And there is a good thing for the end session. So we have already confirmation that we will have on the 12th of March in-person session. So that in this day, if we are all progressing, we can do the workshop together in person, right? We are going to set up all the events on the meetup. So and we are going to share emails to you to remind you to sign up. But if you join into the Bootcamp Slack, we also send you the reminders there. So just keep looking on, and we will start and set up the events for the next one. Probably latest tomorrow will be available for you register and to be reminded about the event. And for the sessions, or for how you proceed with which course you want to pick or not, it's really up to you. And the more you go, and we can see and we can adapt the bootcamp depending. So let's say the most people are following the basic one, we may dive in deeper and deeper into the basic one, or the opposite, most of the people are in the most medium level, then we are going to support on the other, or in both. So we hope we keep everyone satisfied with their options, but it's really it's your decision and your pace in a way that you wanted to proceed. We will be guiding and giving some tips which way you start, and following the academy is good because it's a structure and you see and you try to do that. So, and in case you are not based in London, I'm not, but I'm going to London in this case. But we plan to have a hybrid event where you can also participate of the in-person in a hybrid. So maybe people are not going to be there, but we plan to still do that, and we will have like IT to get the session and the microphone that we try to do the best in a hybrid. So it's the option, yes. So we will have in the hybrid. Okay, did I miss anything? So yes, it's to be The meetup we are going to create on the 12th of March, but we are waiting for a confirmation that will be 2 days in person, 12 and 13. And why? Because it's the International Women's Week, right? So we plan to have many events on that week. We are also on the staff to go for 11, 12, and 13. But for Java Bootcamp and for the Java workshops, which doesn't necessarily be in the bootcamp, but the idea is that, let's say everybody finish and we are progressing, we can aim for different topics. Everybody that joined today got the registration where you submit the points that you are interested. So we see a lot of unit tests. We see a lot about integration tests or for Spring Boot and many topics, code quality, sonar, and many things that we are also passionate about to talk it. And we can cover these in more in a hands-on approach in person, or if depending on your interest, we can implement a feature for the platform together. Or if you have another idea, if you see the ideas from what Sonali shared, uh, from there we can start working and building a project in that day and or during your learning process. And we have already the open source, which I see people also asking about that. And we can also share where is the pull request or the pull request, where is the repositories that you could contribute. And yes, we will be here helping you into the process and the way that you want to. Okay, any other questions? Okay, are the 3, 12, 13 events required for? No, 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 not none of that is one thing to remember regarding the certificates. Not even attend this event is mandatory for the certificate, right? It's good because we are giving this time for you to come to answer questions or to help you. But if you cannot, because of course everybody has their own agenda and their own time, right? It's not mandatory as long as you watch the videos, you interact into the channel, and what I think Sonali already shared, that you answer, you follow the steps in the program that we are proposing in the GitHub. You will see there, then you can get the certificate from the community, from us, right? Your certification of doing the bootcamp and that you achieve the level that we are supporting you for the beginner or for the mid-level Java, depending on the concepts that you implemented, that you submit in the exercise, right? So you don't need to be in the event in person or in remote. So that's it's up to you in this case. Okay. I think here, like I wanted just to share one thing, that this is our website, right? And in our website, it was created with a static, and right now we are evolving to a more dynamic and to become our platform for the community, right? So here, when we talk about open source, we are talking about this repository, one of them, right? We have two main projects, three actually in the community that are open source. These are a pure Java project with Spring Boot, but of course, this is a way that you can try to apply your learnings and that you can contribute and also input into your CV. But the bootcamp is for you to go here on what are in the README from Sonali, where you see how you participate and what are the types of exercise you can do. So, for example, right now we recommended for the next session, at least you do the first session of the, let's say, the basic level here. So let me follow here and tell you. So in this case, for the basic one, let me see. We have it here. You see all the content, right? What is the basic one? And what we are saying is that you can come here into the basic, into the introduction to Java. These are the topics that we are recommending for the basic. So, and we are saying here, come to Java, check the content of this, first session, and then will be some questions here. And what we say, you finish this step. And how do we know that you finish? Well, we don't know. We expect you to do, but if you wanted to follow and get the certificate just for that brain and for hyper skill, you don't need to do anything in our repository. But if you want to do both of them and get both certificates, then what you can do is basically fork the repository as Sonali shared. Sorry, let me go in here. And then you can start adding into your project what are you doing. So for example, if you are Sonali and you create your own Java project and then you say session 1 or introduction, what is asked in the session 1, just create your first Java, say hello world project and explore and put there and done, right? This is how we would check. And let's say later, the next step is that you are going to go with more advanced, let's say data types and primitive attributes. So how do you do? Okay, let's create some Java code, check how do I create a string, how do I print, how do I test it, and then you can explore that in this way. And in here, if you see even in the stud, like let me go here, there is the option where you can create the project and you can put the project, sorry, maybe my so in here, you can select the project that you would like to implement this. And in this case, like for example, you can just implement the project and select it, and you can implement the exercises into this project, right? So once you do, you can do one way from the course or from the project, both together. It's up to you. But in this project here, for example, it's going to say, okay, you needed to implement literals, and then it's going to give you, okay, I needed to create some object that contains a string or an integer. What is a string? What is an integer? And what you can do into the repository, you just start testing that and showing, and that is a way to document your learning, and then we can check, and then that's how we basically are going to check and see your progress, and based on your contributions or where you are pushing your changes. Okay, let me then, sorry, I needed to lost again as well. Stop presenting. Okay. Okay, so I think, does anyone has any question? Um, any other question that maybe we missed from the channel? Or you can just speak up, don't need to be shy, and or you can post the question into the chat also. Alina, maybe you?
Yes, yeah, so that's why I show in my camera. I have two questions. I don't know if you answered to one of the questions, because also I was in the room, sorry. One of the question was regarding the workshop in person, because I'm located in Berlin.
Okay,
Where
yeah.
it will be, I think it's not in Berlin, right?
No. So the workshop is going to be in London. But if you are in Berlin, of course, you can attend online because it's going to be hybrid. Okay. So if you cannot, if you can, why not a trip to London, right?
Yeah, I was thinking the same in the same time.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, I will be there, and we plan to have 3 events. So yes, we will post it's going to be in the center of the city. I think Sonali, correct if you know. I don't know London, so I don't know much about the event, but
Yeah,
we will
it would be
share.
in central London.
Yeah. So I will probably this week for sure we are going to add the details for the in-person event so you can get a prepare. And then if you can come, that will be awesome. If you cannot, you can also attend on remote. So you can all enjoy our International Women's Week, which will be really good. What if the JetBrains cruise is too long for 6-week bootcamp? Well, good question. That really the time will depend of your availability. And yes, there is for the advanced course is going to be a long course, right? Depend of how long or how many times you have to do that. So you can what we will give is the certificate from what you committed for the bootcamp, which is this we can give you. But if you want to finish the bootcamp of the JetBrains and then it's going to take longer, it's going to take longer, and you can finish in your own time. For us, is not a blocker. It's more for you, like you will receive the certificate from JetBrains, from the hyperskill once you finish that. But from our bootcamp, we are going to give the certificates as we finish our bootcamp. Okay, so in the middle of March, like ideally in the end sessions. Okay, Val, do you want to go next?
Hi. Yes, thank you. I wanted to ask regarding the list of projects that I don't remember who showed, probably Sonali. Yeah,
Yes.
there was a list of projects in this repository, and those projects were marked with green circle. So I didn't understand, like, if, for example, I would like to work on one of those green circle projects. So how should I work on it? Should I just kind of work on it on my own and just add that code to this repository that you created, or
Yeah, so those circles, you mean the red and the green ones.
Yes.
So it is just a indicator that the green ones are just the basic ones, and the red ones are the advanced ideas. So if you see on the project ideas,
I'm trying to go there, but Git is a bit slow, sorry. If you have it opened, let's go there. Okay, here, sorry. Here, okay.
yeah, so
You're
if you
talking
go
in the README or in
your
the
docs, you go to the docs, yeah.
okay, docs, yes, and ideas, yes.
Yes. So the red and green it's just tell you that it is the basic or the intermediary. It is up to you. You can choose either, and you can work on this project, and you can submit all your working project under the participants and the project as we have defined on README as well, and I explained as well. And there was another interesting thing that was mentioned on the group chat. You can collaborate. Why not? This is a space you can collaborate. You can say, hey, I'm learning, you are learning, let's learn together and build some of the features for this project someone else is doing and you are doing. So this is a great opportunity to work with how we work in teams at work as well. So yes.
I mean, there is, for example, in now I'm going to be like more fancy here. For example, mentorship matcher. We have our mentorship platform. I think Val is well aware of that. But what you can do potentially is that you can even create the idea, implement already into the open source, and in your participant, you can put your readmes to the project. You can fork, and you can also collaborate to the process, as long as you also have this information into your own project that we can review, right? Because this is something, if you share with us in the project or what you are doing, if it is a feature you want to add to any open source, it's also something good to collaborate. I think from what Sonali said here, you can put your own Java here, like or your own project. And if someone else also would like to collaborate, or then you can also maybe create another repository and you both collaborate and create here together in pairs, right? I think the way how you want to do is up to you. How we will keep track or see the progress is we will be checking in your own project. And as I think there was an example, Sonali, that you put into the submit, that you can have your own project that is in the Java thing, or if you want to have more projects, you can just create project 1, 2, or 3 and proceed, and maybe you can have project 1 participate 1 and 2. And yes, just put the details in the README and we will check.
Okay. Okay. So there should be kind of folder right under this report.
Yes, you
Okay.
can. So for example, here was an example. If you are Sonali, you create your Sonali project, right? So for you, Val, you can just say, I'm a participant, Val, in
Mhm.
my project, and then you put
Okay.
there and we can match you. And in your README, you can just say, hey, I'd say, because maybe there will be people with the same name, then create your ID and put in your README details, who are you? And we will check cross-reference with your submissions. And yeah, so how you decided in the README, you can put all the details you want regarding your application, your project, and so on.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Sounds great. Thanks.
No problem. I think we had another one question raise a hand, right? Sorry, let me stop presenting. Alina, you had another question, right?
Yes. Yeah, because I was also you said are two paths for beginners and for, let's say, advanced.
Yeah, that depend of your level of experience, because we in the people that attend or that apply are like a half, like they're beginners and they're more advanced, or because when you already have some experience, you don't want to go to the basics of Java, right? You'll be too tedious, and what you want to do is do more things. So, and that is how you can go in the course that you would like to do, right? For the one that is this more advanced, it can be longer, but in the case, like if you follow some path, like I would like to study threads, I would like to study parallelism, I want to dive into oriented object programming, create class, inheritance, and so on. This is your own course, right? You can follow the way you need, and if you need some guidance, we can also help you, like depend of your experience, we can say, okay, that is my recommendation, and that's what we can talk in the chat, that's what we can discuss during the sessions as well. So if you are not sure which way you follow, join the chat in the Slack, ask your questions, then we will try to guide you in the right path. Because as I said, it's confused, could be confused, but I think the homework, the important homework for today is go check the academy, check both courses recommendation, or check other one and see which one you feel more comfortable and start. Explore, right? I had also explored many of them. Those are the two ones that I felt that, or we thought and we discussed about the content and what do you need and what do you recommend. And that I think that's what the thing. Okay, so we will share these slides, yes, just after the presentation we share with you in the chat, and we also will share into the meetup just in case you cannot join the Slack. So yes, and if you had any problem on joining the Slack, put a message into meetup, because we will see as well. So we will try to help you there as well. But it shouldn't. So if anyone has a problem to join the Slack now, you can stay in the call. We can help you as well. Okay. I'm going to stop the recording now, and I hope to see you in the next session. And I hope you are excited to join the journey with us, and see you next week.